The Minister of Legal Affairs and Attorney General Anil Nandlall on Tuesday night, via a program aired on social media, called on former Minister of Housing and current Member of Parliament under the APNU AFC, Anette Ferguson, to prove to the court that he was indeed found distributing identification cards on election day at or nearby a polling station in Monrepo on the east coast of Demerara.
I have filed the proceedings against Anette Ferguson. And I want Anette Ferguson, and I'm calling on Amna Ali and the entire PNC, must come to the court and help Anette Ferguson prove the case that I was hearing out ID card.
The Attorney General believes he is being wrongfully implicated in the matter.
That is what these people are good for. They make up a dry lie with their vulgar barefacedness and they pin that on you. And that is exactly what they did.
Citing that he grew up in the Monrepo Annandale areas and that a person does not need an ID card to cast a ballot on election day, Nandlall is questioning what benefit it might have served him to be distributing identification cards, especially in the presence and full view of election observers, police officers and other election officials. In court documents seen by Nightly News, Nandlall filed legal proceedings on Tuesday against APNU AFC's Anette Ferguson, seeking $10 million in damages for statements she allegedly uttered against him at a roundtable discussion held by the European Union at the Artichon Convention Centre on March 22, 2021. It is claimed by Nandlall that Ferguson said at that forum, and I quote, "You have persons who are sitting in this room that were found to be distributing ID cards on election day, not the APNU AFC. It is the very Attorney General, Mr. Anil Nandlall, who was found distributing ID cards in the lower East Coast corridor." End quote. Nandlall claims that there were at least 30 persons who were present when Ferguson made the allegations against him. The minister says that Ferguson implied through her utterances that he had committed an election offence which is punishable by law and that he was aiding and abetting others to do the same. He further claims that his reputation has been seriously harmed and that he has suffered considerable hurt, distress, anxiety and embarrassment as a result of the statements repeated by Ferguson at the forum. Ferguson has 42 days to respond to the statements by Nandlall. A judgment could be handed down in her absence if she fails to do so. Just recently, a libel case was awarded to Ferguson after it was claimed by her that the then leader of the opposition, Bharat Jagdeo, had uttered statements that were harmful to her character and reputation when he suggested that the process by which the then minister acquired her house and land was not above board, suggesting that she was involved in corrupt practices. Justice Sandra Kurtzu awarded damages to Ferguson to the tune of $20 million in the absence of a defense from Jagdeo's then attorney, Anil Nandlall. The case was subsequently appealed by another attorney representing Jagdeo, Devendra Kissoon, citing that the Attorney General failed to respond to the matter as a result of election engagements and pandemic-related setbacks. Justice Kurtzu upheld her previous ruling, and the attorneys representing the two persons were asked to meet to agree on a figure to be awarded as damages to the former minister. That case is expected to come up for a hearing in July. Reporting for the HGP Nightly News, Wendell Badrie.